We discussed about lists last day. Today we have to discuss about the other things, tuples, dictionaries, sets, and also about the file handling, right? So list යටතේ අපි කතා කරා පුතේ list කියන්නේ අපිට edit කරන්න පුළුවන්. So we can edit it and we can change the items, we can add items, remove items, නේද? So it is set of items. The type of item can be anything. ඕනම type එකක් අපිට දාගන්න පුළුවන් list එකක. තව list එකක් උනත් දාන්න පුළුවන්. Even another list is possible, right? So we can put these items into. Then tuples means it is similar to list, but it is immutable. Immutable means read only, right? So special type, it's read only list. So similar to list, we can put items at the initial stage, but these items are read only. We can't change them, and we cannot add new items. We cannot remove items. We can't edit items. So that is the read only feature. Read only කියන්නේ හදනකොට තියෙන විදිහම තමයි. අපි create කරනකොට දැන් here you can see days. And also list වලට අපි දැම්මේ මේකනේ. List we put the square bracket, right? In order to put items into list, we use square brackets. But in these tuples, in the tuples, you have normal bracket. So inside that you are putting item, and even without the bracket, you can introduce tuple. Without a tuple or without brackets also, you can introduce a tuple. Brackets නැතුවත් tuple එකක් introduce කරගන්න පුළුවන්. You can see this, the first one and the second one, both are same. Okay, let's write the note quickly. So only write the English words, so others are not necessary. Can you write this quickly? So as I said, since this list tuples are read only, so only one option is there. So let's see here you have one tuple T1, and let's say you have another tuple like this T2, and what you can do is here you can see the T1 equal to 12, 13, 14 some numbers, and you can do something like this, T1 equal T1 plus T1. So then you can see that tuples will be added and created a new tuple. So that is the only possible option. එකම දේ කරන්න පුළුවන් tuple වලට අලුතෙන් තියෙන tuple එකට දාන්න බෑ. To the existing tuple we can't add elements because it's read only. එතකොට existing tuple to existing tuple, since we can't add elements, but we can use the variable. No, we can assign that variable and do some operations, maybe add in, and so that can be added, and we can do some operation. That is the only thing that we can do. Right? Okay, let's think like this, and let's think that you have Python shell, and in the Python shell I'm going to write something like this. T1 is this, let's say T1 tuple is 1 2 3 4 5, and there's another tuple which is T2, and T2 tuple is, let's see, it is 6 7 8 9 10. So you can do something like this. T3 tuple is equal to T1 tuple plus T2 tuples. That is possible. So T3, when you print, it's adding both tuples. This can be done, right? But the thing is, you can't change the item. The T1 wala. So let's say you want to print 0th item, that will be happening, but you can't change it. T1 0 print කරන්න පුළුවන් 0th item of T1. This is also okay, or printing T1 0 is also okay. It's printing, but you can't change it. So let's say T3, you are going to say 6th item, so it's there. But if you want to change this to some other item, it won't allow because it's read only. You can do that because it's read only. So this is the only operation that you can do. Right, you can just multiply by 2, and here this is also okay. Right, you can just multiply by 2. Multiplying tuple will be support, right? Let's say T1 multiplied by 2, so 2 times T1. T2 T3 multiplied by 2 is 2 times T3 multiplied by 2. This 2 times T3. So those things are possible. but not the other things. So that is it, and you can just show the example, right? Show the example properly. These are some examples. So these are the possible operations to change the tuple. Tuple එකක් change කරන්න පුළුවන් මේ විදියට. Write down these examples in here. Right, it's okay if you can write down all these things, but if not, that's also okay, right? Because like we have already discussed this in listening list වල අපි කතා කරා. So other than these operations, you can see these all three methods are valid ways of declaring this, either double quotation or single quotation, or with brackets, single quotation, or bracket double quotation. All these are valid methods. And similar to the lists, list වගේම දැන් tuple වල වෙනස වෙන්නේ මේ වරහන් මේක හෝ වරහන් නැතුව තියෙන. All the any item of the list can be accessed by using a positive or negative index. ඒක තමයි මෙතන කියන්නේ. Either using the negative index or using the positive index, you can access. We learned that in list පාඩමේ අපි ගිය සතියේදී ඉගෙන ගත්තා. බිංදුව 1 2 කියලා තමයි item යන්නේ නේද? These are called item indexes. So it's starting from the first item is called zeroth item. That is the zeroth index. And then you can see 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and this. That is how the item indexes are changing. 0, 1, 2, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And the negative indexes, you know that negative indexes are starting from -1. So -1, -2, -3, -4, -5, -6, and -1. That is negative indexes, right? Negative indexes or positive indexes, you can access using them. So negative, the positive, the ප්‍රශ්නයක් නෑ. අර string වගේම තමයි. list උත් ඔය වගේම access කරන්න පුළුවන්. ඒ වගේම tuple උත් access කරන්න පුළුවන්. And the ranges can be taken. Ranges ගන්නත් පුළුවන්. ඒ කියන්නේ empty දීලා දුන්නොත් මුළු list එකම. empty මුළු list එකම. ඒ කියන්නේ මෙතන කියන්නේ starting, stopping, stepping. So those are the three variables. We learned that, right? Start කරන්න ඕන කීයෙන්ද ඊළඟට stop කරන්න ඕන කීයෙන්ද step කරන්න ඕන. So how the stepping happens. So here, so what will happen if start and stop is empty and stepping is -1? Yes, starting and stopping is empty and stepping is -1. Then what will happen to it? We learned that. Start empty, stop empty, step -1. Start එකත් empty, stop එකත් empty, step එක -1. මොකද්ද වෙන්නේ? Start empty, stop empty, step -1.
අන්තිම කැරක්ටර් එකේ ඉඳලා
last එකේ ඉඳන් අන්තිම එකේ ඉඳන් මුල් එකට reverse එකට print කරනවා නේද? අනිත් පැත්තට print කරනවා. So that's what happened, right? We learned that, right? අපි ඉගෙන ගත්තා. Okay, starting, stopping, stepping. -1 දුන්නොත් එහෙම. ඊළඟට here starting 1, stopping length of this, and කියන්නේ පටන් ගන්න එකේ ඉඳන් අන්තිම එක දක්වා 2 by 2 යන්න. එතකොට Monday, Tuesday අතෑරියා, Wednesday, Thursday අතෑරියා, Friday, Monday, Wednesday. You can see the results are also given in front of that name. ඉස්සරහා දීලා තියෙන result එක තමයි. කොහොමද මේ එන්නේ කියන එක result එක දීලා තියෙනවා. Ranges ඔය විදියට අර වගේම තමයි access කරන්න පුළුවන්. Do you need to write this, or so what do you think? Do you need to write this, or can you remember? Raise your hand if you need to write this. Okay. Okay. කෙනෙක් හරි ඉන්නවනම් කවන්න ලියා ගන්න. ඉස්සර hash එකක් දාලා තියෙන එන result එක. එන result එක තමයි hash එකක් දාලා තියෙන්නේ. මෙතන යනකම ලියා ගන්න. මේ තියෙන්නේ කොහොමද මේ මුළු මේව එකම print කරන්න පුළුවන් ක්‍රම දෙකක් තියෙනවනේ. One is accessing from the index, the second one is accessing from the item. Item or index. Accessing from the item or accessing from the index. Both are okay. The second method is accessing from the index, and the first method is accessing the item. So to print all the items in the list, all the items in the list. Okay, please write down this quickly. Right, the next thing is dictionary, or the last thing is dictionary. Dictionary, the specialty is it has the key. Normally, the indexes are starting from 0, 1, 2, 3. No? So, but this has no such indexes. Instead of that, you have keys. Indexes indexes. Other than indexes, you have your own indexes. Here, name equal Amali, age 20, gender female. Then you can give 1, 2, 3 even, right? 1, 2, 3, even decimal points. You can give the values. Then, so this name, gender, age, those are called keys. Name, age, gender, 1, 2, 3, 5.6. These are, right? These are called keys. Right? So you can write down and are keys. And related to them, these are the values. So the keys, and also we use curly brace to define the dictionary. Dictionary is defined using the curly brace. And how do we access the item? Here it is given. So if you want to get persons 1, so that person 1 means this one, 78. Person 5.6, that is this one, 90.7. Person name, and it says Amali. Person age, it says 20. This is how you access the values. And also you can print the keys and values separately. Okay, please write down this. Except the singular word, you can write down the other things. So that is easy, right? That is very easy. And you can print the keys and values separately. In addition to that, you can print the keys and values separately. Okay, now you can write down this. In case if you have any question, you can ask, right? Right, dictionaries, we can use similar to list, but the thing is like dictionary has that key and value pair, right? That is the advantage of having a dictionary. So let's see that now. Hari happy balamu. එතකොට දැන් මෙහෙම dictionary එකක් තියෙනවා දැන් මට ඕන I just want to know store data about student කෙනෙක් ගැන data දාන්න දැන් මම dictionary එකක් හදනකොට I have to put this curly braces, right? Curly braces දාලා මම හදා ගන්න ඕන. Let's say student කියලා කියමු. Student is my dictionary name. Then equal in the curly braces. I can't just put the values like early time. So it's wrong, right? Cannot put the value like this. So in dictionary, you have to put the key and then give the value. Let's say, marks store karna kiyama api student marks. Maths walata gatta marks 89. Then let's say SCINC science marks. So let's say it's 88. Then English marks. It is 97. Okay, this is a dictionary, right? If you want, you can print all the items. Print student keys tika print karot tenne me subjects tika. If you print the student values, you will get the values tika print karot. Let's save this. March 3rd. Run module. And then you can see these keys are math, science, English. Values are 98, 88, 97. These are the values. If you print you can, if you want to print all the items, then so for item in student, print item keyword, it will print the index, right? Index can key print karan. Basically it will print the subject names but not the values. But if you need the values tika thona danna puluwan, but we have to access like list එකක් වගේම තමයි student කියන එකේ තියෙන item කියන index එක. You have to give like this. Students item කියලා කියන්නේ student ගේ maths, student ගේ science, students English. So it will then print the value in front of that. So this is how you have to access here. You can say maths 98. Then this is how you have to access the value. Value එක access කරන්න අපිට අර key එක විදිහට as a key we have to give the item. I hope this is clear now, right? Any type of data can be stored in dictionary. It's on a dictionary list එකක් වගේම හදා ගන්නත් පුළුවන්. You can make this like a list. How? So let's say there is another list or another one, say marks, and I'm using the same marks here. Ek list එකක් වගේ හදනවනේ, you can make like this 0 1 2. එතකොට indexes මමම දෙනවා. 0th index, first index, second index, because you have to define the index. අරක එහෙම නැහැ. අරක automatically එනවනේ 0 1 2 කියලා, but here you have to define it. අන්ත පිළිවෙලටම යන්න ඕනේ 0 1 2 ඊළඟට 4 වගේ යන්නත්. That doesn't matter. Let's run this and you can see it will be printed there. 0th එක 1 second 4. එහෙම යන්න පුළුවන්. So 0 1 2 කියලා උනත් declare කරන්න පුළුවන්. That is also possible. I hope you got the idea, right? If not, tell me, then I can explain again. If not, tell me, right? I hope you got the idea. If you want, you can write down this as well. And you can add items to the dictionary. Well, let's say you want to add another subject to this. You can tell like this. That was subject එකක් දාන්න ඕන. You can say student. Let's say IT. Student IT. Then you can give the marks. Say 100. Student IT. Then you can give the marks. That is possible. Right, then let me run this. Let me run this in the file. These we added, so you can see IT came here. So IT, how we added, we can directly say the key then equal value. So this is how you add an item to the dictionary. Write down that as well, right? That is also required, adding and adding items, removing items, appending. And you can add list to the dictionary. Dictionaries list වලට add කරන්නත් පුළුවන්. එහෙම නැත්නම් list වල dictionary add කරන්නත් පුළුවන්. Here in this example you can say here empty list is created. New value is empty list. The person's new value is the key that is equal to empty list. Right, something like this. So let me show this practically. Well, let me add. Okay, I have like, okay, this is main subject. Let's say some other things, right? Student. Maybe last year marks, right? Last year marks, LYM equal list. Alut list එකක් add කරන්න. Last year marks දාන්න. Then to that list you can append. The list එකේ තියෙනවනේ append කියලා එකක්. Okay, let's run this now. අපි මේක run කරලා බලමු. එතකොට empty list එකක් තමයි එන්නේ. මේ last year mark කියන්නේ empty list එකක්. LYM empty list එකක්. හැබැයි මේකට අපිට append කරන්න පුළුවන්. How? We can give this item, then you can append. Append list වලට අපිට append කරන්න පුළුවන්. Append can append some values. ඕනතරම් ඔය විදිහට අපිට append කරගෙන යන්න පුළුවන්. මම append කරන්නම්කෝ values 4ක් විතර. this I have appended Simon. Now see how it looks like. දැන් බලන්න. එතකොට dictionary එකක් ඇතුලේ තමයි list එක තියෙන්නේ. Therefore you can see this LM, LYM, last year marks, it's a list. The dictionary ඇතුලේ තියෙනවා. Inside the dictionary, these are the keys, these are the values. Inside the dictionary you have another list also. Likewise you can even append not just single items, තනි items නෙමෙයි. List tuple වගේවත් you can append it to that. Then how can we access that item? How do we access this? If you want to print, okay, if you want to print these items, how do we? You can say student. Student ke athule tiyena. You can print like this. Student. Student ke athule tiyena. Inside student, there's a list called LYN. And එහෙම කිව්වොත් print වෙන්නේ entire list will be printed. ඒකේ අපිට කියන්න පුළුවන් ඒකේ තියෙන 0th item එක. එහෙම පුළුවන්. ඒකේ තියෙන 0 ඉඳන් 4 වෙනකන් item ටික. Likewise you can then apply the list operations, right? ඒකට අර list එකේ ඉගෙන ගත්ත ඒවා මේවා කවලම් කරලා ගන්න පුළුවන්. You can mix it. You can mix it and apply. Okay, all these things, operations, everything is here. Then you can just write down that into your, or you can see this code, whatever. You may not take it in a you can write either the note or you can even write this example. But anyway, rather than writing this, try to get this into your head, right? Please understand. Understanding is
Excuse me, sir.
the
Excuse me, sir. Sir, student.keys.
Write down this, then we can move to the file handling. File handling, that is our last topic related to this.
Excuse me, sir.
So our last topic is file handling, right? File handling. Actually, files are used to store so data in. Actually, when we input data, currently what was the mechanism we used? The inputs were processed and then output was produced same time. But we didn't store that. අපි කොහෙවත් එක store කරේ නැහැ. අපි input ගත්තා, ඒවා process කරලා ඒ වෙලාවෙම output දුන්නා. මොන හරි user එකෙන් ගන්න තිබ්බනම් ඒවා ගත්තා, ඒ වෙලාවෙම produce කරලා දුන්නා. හැබැයි ආයෙ ඕන වුණාම the marks අපි හිතමු marks 3ක් අරගෙන we just enter 3 marks. ඊට පස්සේ total average හෙව්වා කියලා. ලකුණු 3ක් අරගෙන after getting 3 marks we found the total and average. But we didn't save that. The next time when we need ඊළඟ සැරේ ඕන වෙනකොට ආයෙත් ඊළඟ සැරේ marks 3ක් ගන්න ඕනේ. ආයෙත් average වෙනවා. තව පාරක් ඕන again we have to enter. But we didn't save our data. But ඒක සාර්ථක නෑනේ. It's not successful. What do you have to do? You have to have a way of keeping these for a long time. You should have a way of keeping these inputs for a long time. Even the outputs, you can keep it for a long time. That's better. You can refer it again and again, right? For an example, think about student mark list. Student mark list එකක් ගැන හිතමු. ඒ marks list එකේ ඔයාලා ගන්න inputs දීර්ඝ කාලීනව තියාගන්න පුළුවන් නම් හොඳයි. ඒ inputs දීර්ඝ කාලීනව තියාගන්න පුළුවන් නම් එතකොට ආයෙ marks බලන්න පුළුවන්. Even the total and average, we can check it again. So normally for O-level examination, A-level examination, scholarship examination, you need to save these marks. You need to save these marks and keep it for a long time. Then again and again you can check it. To do that, we can use one method is database. Actually, database we are not going to learn in this syllabus. May syllabus එකේදී අපි database ඉගෙන ගන්නේ නැහැ. But still there is a method that is flat file system or the files. Files අපි ඉගෙන ගන්නවා. Database ඉගෙන ගන්න ඒක පොඩ්ඩක් අපි advance එකට යන්න ඕන. Advance එක කියන්නේ team programmer. In team programmer only we are going to learn about this database concept, then how to store these in database, then about the web concepts, how to distribute them. So all these things we will learn in the second phase. ඊළඟ phase එකේදී ඔයගොල්ලෝ ඉදිරියට study කරගෙන යනවා. I think Nadun is doing that. I'm not sure the others. Yeah, අනිත් අය මට මතක නැහැ. Nadun මම දන්න විදියට කරනවා. Devdisi has disappeared. What has happened to him? Okay, anyway. So then, right, we will be learning that in the next stage. For the moment, we need to learn about these file concepts, file handling of the file concepts. For this file handling, file concept, we need to know there are two categories of files in computing. The category number 1 is text files. The category number 1 is text files, which has letters, numbers, and readable symbols. We call them text files. Letters, numbers, and readable symbols. Kiyawanna puluwan symbols, readable symbols. So you can open this using any text editor and read it. So think about text file, Python files, HTML files, Java, log, CSV, PHP, CSS. These are some files. You can just read it. No other symbols, no other visual things, no other documents, no other type of documents. Only text. Text only. We call text files. But if you take Word, Excel, PowerPoint, PDF, Word has shapes, right? You know, here when you go to insert, in Word, you can insert pictures, shapes, 3D models, word arts. So these are not characters. These are shapes, smart arts, icons. These are not characters. So they are called binary files. Multimedia binary files. If there are multimedia like audio, video, graphic, anything, graphic, audio, video, we call them binary files. So Word files, Excel files, you have charts, graphs, and all in Excel. PowerPoint files, animation, and a lot of things. PDF documents, then JPG picture files, MOV movie files, MP3 music files, and MP4 files. So those are called binary files here. So those are not just having text plus some other content will be there. Okay, so please write down the heading, file handling. Then write, so there are 2 types of files in computing environment. Then write down about those 2 types, text and binary files with the examples. Then, so this example shows how to open a binary file and how to read a binary. This is showing how to read a normal text file. The file path, I'll explain about that next. For the moment, please write down the highlighted content. Heading is file handling. The path of the file can be given either the full path. So we learned this in several occasions. Actually, the path of the file, this is given as, it's given as the full path of the file. Or it can be given related to the file location of your Python file. So here, let's see, if your Python file and the text file both are in the same location, you can just mention the name without mentioning the full path. So if it is a binary file, so likewise, you can just mention the name of the file. So path of the file can be either relative or absolute. Absolute is hassle because absolute, like, you know, the path is very long and you need to consider about the full path of the resource. That is accurate, yes, but the thing is, it's, if you give relative path, it's always, you can move Python file and the related file together, then anywhere it will work. So let's say it's in my MacBook users, Dasun Nilanjana desktop pick. But if I move my Python file to your computer, you don't have this kind of path in Windows computer. So you can place the pick in your desktop. Maybe pick.png, you can pick it, keep it in your desktop. But the thing is, the initial path will be your computer's path. So you need to change the code. So that is trouble. But if you give the relative path, let's say you just gave the name of the file and the Python file, then you are copying the picture file and the Python file together and put it in your Windows machine. Then still the code will work. So that is the advantage of relative path. So let me explain the same thing in Sinhala. Full path එක දෙන්න පුළුවන්. Full path එක දීලා open කරොත් ප්‍රශ්නයක් නැහැ, ඒක open වෙනවා හොඳයි. එකම දේ දැන් MacBook එකේ තියෙන users Dasun Nilanjana desktop එහෙම තියෙනවා. ඕක ඔයාගේ computer එකට copy කරගත්තට පස්සේ අපි හිතමු මේ file එක pic.png file එක copy කරගත්ත කියලා path එක වෙනස් වෙනවා. ඒ path එක වෙනස් වෙනකොට code එකත් වෙනස් කරන්න වෙනවා. ඕක තමයි අවුල. ඒ කියන්නේ මගේ මගේ ළඟ Python file එකක් තියෙනවා මගේ ළඟ picture file එක තියෙනවා මම code එකක් ලියනවා ඔයාලා මේ දෙක copy කරගෙන ඔයාලගේ computer එකේදී ආපහු path එක වෙනස් කරන්න ඕනේ ඒ තමයි absolute path එක දුන්නොත් තියෙන ප්‍රශ්නේ relative path එකේදී මේ ප්‍රශ්නේ නැහැ relative path එක දුන්නා නම් ඔයාට මේ අපි හිතමු pic.png file එකයි ඔයාගේ Python file එකයි තියෙන documents වල ඔයා මේ දෙක copy කරගෙන ගිහිල්ලා දාගන්නවා Windows computer එකට ඒත් වැඩ කරනවා ආයි path වෙනස් කරන්න දෙයක් නැහැ මොකද දෙකම එක ළඟ තියෙනවා නම විතරක් කියප හැටිය තියෙන්නේ Windows වලද Mac වලද Android වලද Linux වලද අදාළ නැහැ ඒක වැඩ so relative referencing is easy than using absolute referencing so that is the meaning of this right so I have just mentioned about this relative and absolute referencing so let's see this in practical scenario right okay so let me open a new file and this is for file reading and I'm going to save this file as okay let's say if equal open I'm going to open a file file name is let's say hello.jpg is my file and I'm going to open that for reading purpose right reading purpose and then so if I'm just trying to read a line print f.read lines then I'm going to close the file so very simple this is very simple this is what I'm going to do then I'm going to save this in my documents let's say March 3rd files.py and running the code when I run the code you can see there is an error so I have to read in binary right that is RB because this is a picture file is binary file let's run the file and you can see it's reading right it's reading this is binary so you can't just read and understand because this is a picture file no picture file එකේ මුල් ටික තමයි මේ byte විදියට තමයි read කරන්නේ it's reading as bytes okay to do that actually to work this if you want this code to be working your when you go to your documents there should be a file called hello.jpg hari මේකේ තියෙනවා you can see this is hello let's sort this you can see hello.jpg here the file is there right this is hello.jpg file if file is there only this will work otherwise this will give an error file එක තිබ්බොත් තමයි and this is the file let me open okay this is the file it read now the advantage is if I copy this file then මම මේ file එකයි මේ Python file එකයි March 3 files so yes this let me copy පුතේ මේ file එකයි then අර මොකක්ද අනිත් එක then this March MAR LMNOP March okay this is no so let me copy these two files I'm going to copy these two files and I'm going to paste this in another location it's not working there just paste it here I'll make a paste karana I'm going to paste it here that's not working create a new folder and I'm pasting here oh so what's going wrong not allowing me to paste anyway so if I paste it here I'm paste karot if I paste this here whatever the files that I've copied if I paste it here I think the files were not selected that's the reason yes files not selected this is one file and this hello.jpg is another file right right click and just copy the files copy and then go to this one so title folder then paste it here still if I run this the code will work still if I run this the code will work so that is the advantage now I'm opening this volumes abc untitled folder and I'm running this still this code will work You can see. That is because of the relative reference. Relative මේකට සාපේක්ෂව ඒ ළඟම තියෙනවා ෆයිල් එක. එහෙනම් ගැටලුවක් නැහැ. But if I give the absolute reference in then the absolute reference in දුන්නොත් හරිම path එකනේ දෙන්නේ. එතකොට ඒ location එකේ තමයි වැඩ කරන්නේ. වෙන තැනකට copy කරාම මේ path එක හරියට ආයෙ දෙන්න වෙනවා. I hope you understand the difference between absolute and relative referencing, right? Related path එක සාපේක්ෂයි. ඒතර තැන වෙනස් වුණා කියලා ලොකු ගැටලුවක් නැහැ. සාපේක්ෂව අර ෆයිල් එකට සාපේක්ෂව තියෙන තැන තියෙනවා නම් හරි. දැන් මට සාපේක්ෂව මගේ යාළුවා මං ළඟ ඉන්නවා නම් මට සාපේක්ෂව මමයි මගේ යාළුවයි ඕස්ට්‍රේලියාවට ගියොත් ආයෙත් එතනදිත් මට සාපේක්ෂව මගේ යාළුවා මගේ ළඟ ඉන්නවා. ඒ වගේ කතන්දරයක්, right? Related to me, my friend is with me. And if I move to Australia or Antarctica even, I can tell related to me, my friend is next to me. So it's always regardless of the location. Let's say I go, I'll travel to space or other planet. Still I can say my friend is next to me. That is valid statement, right? But let's say, let's think like this. Let's say my friend's address is number 33 Church Road, Kiribati, something. Number 33 Church Road, Kiribati. My address is some number, some lane, some. Okay. Then if I go to, let's say, another planet, I have to tell my friend's friend is there in number 33, third lane, Kiribati, that is in western province of Sri Lanka. And Sri Lanka is a country in the planet Earth. Likewise, I have to tell. Because I'm in another planet. So Kiribati is not nowhere closer to that. So I have to relocate my friend to go to that. If I relocate my friend to that planet Mars or some other place, then no city called Kiribati in planet Mars. So then I have to again recreate the path related to planet Mars. I hope you understood the story, right? Is there anything difficult or is it okay? Understood or not? Hello?